Hello everyone, I welcome you all to another video of my IT for non-programmer tutorial series. So the major thing I'll be focusing on is Scrum. As I explained in our last class that we have like different fields in the IT industry, well Scrum is directly related to PMP, project management. Let me just write project management, sorry. It's mostly related to project management. So our roadmap is that I need to like develop you in the knowledge, empirical knowledge. So empirical knowledge simply means knowledge based on experience. Knowledge based on experience. Another thing I'll be explaining, another thing we'll be going through is the certification process. How do you get it certified? And the third one is the software. 1, 2, 3. With this, in as much you got your first certification and with your empirical knowledge, you should be able to like climb the ladder, because it's also a journey. And the good thing about it is that you'll be working as an administrator. You all know administrators often get paid more than the developers. So these are one of the major reasons I considered taking you guys through Scrum. Will be a very good opportunity. Yeah. So before diving into Scrum, there is one aspect of Scrum we used to teach, is what we call Agile. Agile. So before every Scrum class, we used to like divert into Agile. So let's proceed. What does Agile means? So Agile is a methodology. You just have to like memorize this definition. Agile is a methodology or framework so for building software on an incremental basis. Yeah, with this definition, as simple as it is, it has like a lot of terminologies. And the first one is, it has a lot of terminologies. And the first one is methodology. Methodology. So we need to like elaborate on this. The second one is framework, despite the fact that I have all between them. And the third one is building software. Let's highlight this to building software. And the fifth and the fourth is on incremental basis. Yeah. So let me elaborate on these four terminologies. So Agile is a methodology. What this implies is that it's a system on its own. Agile is a system on its own. The system on its own. So it doesn't relate to anything. So we have different systems, and one of the common system everybody knows about is the project management system, where we learned about the markups, etc. So project management is a system on its own. You need to like understand this. So the same way we have project management as a system, that's the same way we have Agile as a system. So it's a methodology on its own. So it has all framework because it has its own structure, it has its own rules. Like this Agile framework, Agile structure. So if someone use a particular term, you will have known that this is like an Agile specialist. If someone use a particular term, need, demand, you have known that this is like a project management system. So agile is either you call it a system or you call it a framework. But the only aspect we use this system, I mean the only industry we use this framework is for building software. So because we are building software, that's what brought us to the IT industry. So we are using it to build software. So any company that is involved in software development, and I mean software development, software developers, IT tech gurus might require using agile methodology. And his own approach of building software is on incremental basics. Is on incremental basis. So he basically needs to like understand this. But let me cut in this aspect is that before there is a framework everybody use, even in every aspect of our life, in construction industry, in what's it called, in earth, is called the project management. So this is the most common one, project management. Project management. So because of the complexity involved in the IT industry, we realize that project management is not efficient enough. So that's why we develop this methodology, which is called Agile. So I will definitely come back to this. So for Agile professionals, we used to term the project management approach or project management framework as waterfall system. Waterfall system. Because it looks like a water. We have our project manager. After project manager, we have assistant project manager, senior engineer, for example, in construction industry. From senior engineer, we have site engineer, or you call it project engineer, site or project engineer. After site or project engineer, we have engineers, we have technicians, and we have the work they are all working on. The funny thing is that the project manager, we believe, is working on this project, right? The assistant project manager too will be claiming he's working on this project. Senior engineer will be claiming he's working on this project. Site engineer. So it's like a waterfall, this same. So if anything happens here, if anything happens to the work, to have to go, I mean, to have to go through the technician, engineer, site engineer, senior engineer. You see? So this system we believe is very complex. So these are one of the things we have to like adopt. Agile is very complex. It's very, very complex. And not only that, it's cumbersome to operate. Cumbersome to operate. You actually see the number of people it involves. So this is like waterfall system, which we learned and adopt in project management. So it's very cumbersome to operate. So and after then, we believe it's not easily amendable. As you can see, not easily amendable. So if anything happens to the work here, for instance, you have to go through this ladder. So it's not error is very difficult to correct in the project management system. So another thing we realize from project management methodology is that it's time consuming. It's time consuming. It wastes a lot of time. Because on a norm, the project manager can't just come to the site and say, do this, do this, do this. It's sometimes very difficult. I mean, the senior engineer must be aware. There was a time, let me give an instance, while I work in the construction industry. So the manager of the company came to the site and he realized some things are not working. I mean, some of the works the ministry did are not good enough. He wants a different style. He disseminated the information to me because my senior engineer was not around. and I ordered the site technicians to go about it. But unfortunately for me, when my senior engineer came, we started fighting because on his own assumption was that maybe I've been talking to the project manager behind his back. So those are some of the difficulties we realize in project management methodology of the project management system. So it's not easily amendable and it's prone to failure. It's prone to failure. It's prone to failure. So because of these and many other reasons, we develop another methodology or another framework which we term Agile. And the good thing about Agile methodology is that it's very, very flexible because as we explained, it comes with another approach where different people can work on an incremental basis. Let's put everybody on the same pedestal. So if everybody is on the same pedestal and there's an increase in the project stuff, everybody will be climbing the ladder at the same time. So with that, we have like a flexible system, like a flexible system. So I mean, at a particular point in the operation, we can like, let's do this. Even if our consumer, which we term product owner in Agile, if our product owner said he wants red software, I mean, let's say he wants Python game, for instance, and if he changed at the point that he doesn't want Python game again, he wants a different type of snake as the game. So the system is very flexible, can just change at that particular instance because everybody is working at the same pedestal. Another thing is that inspection is easy. Inspection. I'm actually doing this video to train you guys to become a Scrum Master. So if, for example, as a Scrum Master, you want to inspect what everybody is doing, so we have like a cloud where we'll be managing, and all developers working on the software will be coming to this particular cloud. So if someone doesn't show up at a particular time, you will have realized, I mean, if this one doesn't show up, the moment you started like trying to pass information to him, you will have realized that something is missing. I mean, someone is missing from the project. And that's for individuals. What if something is missing in the project? The moment all of the developers comes together at a particular point and they run the software, and the software is going, and it stops at a particular instance, you'll have realized someone is missing in this project. So that means let's look for this guy. So inspection is easy and the system is very, very flexible to operate. So another important is that there is transparency. Transparency is important in every efficient system. So there is more transparency because everybody can know that this is what A is working on, this is what B is working on. So with transparency itself, there will be more collaboration. So with that alone, it has bridged one thing which we used to like talk about every time. It's called communication. Communication. Because what Agile is trying to do is that it's trying to bring the let's say the project owner, the project management. It's trying to bring them close to the workers. Let me use layman language. So I mean the workers, working on the project. So because we said software development, so we call it developers. So it's trying to bring the developers very close to the project managers and the owners. So everybody can have like a direct communication between one another. And with that, it makes the operation more transparent, inspection, flexible system. And the most important thing is that adaptability. So the system will be able to like adaptability. We'll be able to like adapt to change. If project management says anything, the project owners will be able to like communicate efficiently with what the project manager wants. So that's one of the major reasons we try to like adopt Agile. So in this our tutorial series, you need to like understand Agile. And one of the most important of Agile is that you will realize everybody in the industry always have something related to Agile in their in their portfolio. because that was actually what brought up this entire Scrum stuff. So having gotten that, I will still have to like explain one important thing, and what is called Agile umbrella. Agile umbrella. Agile umbrella. So it's like one subtopic we always teach people. So let's draw our umbrella like this. So we have under Agile, we have many other models. So one of them is Scrum, which we'll be teaching in this video series. Scrum. Another of them, we have different models under Agile. So another type is, what do we call it? XP, extreme programming. Extreme programming. Extreme programming. So another type is Krista. We also have Kanban. Kanban. Likewise, we have DSDM, etc. So we have different models under Agile. So Agile is the methodology, it's like the framework. So all these ones, all these models, Scrum model uses Agile methodology. Likewise, XP. So you need to like understand this. The most popular one is Scrum, and the main reason we used to like adopt Scrum in many organizations is to get work done faster. Is to get work done faster. Get work done faster. You guys might not understand how important in this in the IT industry, but let me give a scenario for people in the US, in the Britain. There is always this stuff called contract staffing. Contract staffing. So let's say we employ 10 developers to work on a project, and you'll be paying them 10,000. Okay, they use euro, 10,000 euro every month. And when the project manager analyze the project and he observe the project will take 6 months, so that's 60, right? 6 times 10 worker, 6 months times 10, so we're calculating monthly now, so by 10,000 euro. So in that regard, if you follow the normal project management principle, maybe because of some mistakes or possibly the project owner has changed his mind, and you know there is always this problem between software and operation. So that actually brought up another concept I'll be teaching you guys in the future, which is called DevOps. Maybe they did the project and they used 6 months, but they've not tested the project, and as at the time they were about to test the project started showing some discrepancies. So I mean that means they might have to like add about 2 months for testing, making 8 months. Wow, how terrible. So with that 8 months, you can just calculate the company will be spending 2 times 6, that is 120,000 euro. Why not employing a scrum master or with the same rate with the developer, and the project will be delivered in 5 months, 4 to 5 months, and save a lot of savings. So that's why every company is like, well, let's just have a scrum master, let's adopt scrum methodology in their operation. So that's why scrum is like one of the most popular model under Agile. So another popular model under Agile is Kanban. Kanban, yeah. This one is also very popular. And what Kanban does is that it's trying to like improve process improvement. It's for process improvement. I mean, companies performing in a substandard ways will have to like may have to adopt Kanban models, Kanban models, which is also a framework under Agile. So I just have to like chip in this too. But definitely they are trying to use this agile methodology to serve customer better. Because let's, for instance, we've given project owner or customer, we're giving them the opportunity to to have a say in the project process. I mean, they can opine, they can give their own opinion. I want this. They can be doing as they want during the project process without affecting the project timeline. Or like when they built a house and the one of the subscribers of the project just come to the site, I don't want this. So we can't do it. You'll have to add money. You'll have to. We've already built the house. So with agile methodology, as the project begins, project owners will have like their own meetings and opinions to have like as they are doing the project, not until after they've completed the project. So we are trying to like serve the customer better, and not on that only that, we're still trying to like deliver a better quality project. So quality project, not only in terms of being quantitative and also qualitatively. I don't know how to put it. Like the project will be good and will be fit in time. I mean, we designed this software to use in COVID period. We should not be testing in COVID. We ought to have tested the project prior to COVID, so that when the COVID or the epidemic arises, the software will be working. So that's like we deliver on time. The project is efficient. But if you do remember, in project management, our main concern is always about the project. That's why we say project management. We are only managing the project. But in Agile, we are managing individuals. Likewise, we are managing the project. So that's like the major difference between project management and Agile. Project management, we are managing the project. But in Agile, we are managing individuals and we're managing the project. So it's like combination of individual plus project. So in our next video, I'll be explaining about agile manifestos and before eventually going to Scrum methodology, which is a framework under agile. Thank you. Keep tuned. Thank you.